Okay, I've managed to get away from my desk and actually get outside for the first time in a while, and I'm not used to it, so I'm kind of squinty. You know, I'm going to just cut to the chase here. I want you to buy the 9th edition of Complete Digital Photography. Actually, I want you to buy the 9th edition of Complete Digital Photography, that's the latest one, and I want you to buy the previous 8th edition, and I'd like you to buy all the editions that came before that, and really all the other books that I have for sale. You know, if you want to come into my house and make an offer on something, I'd probably sell it to you. I want your money. That's why I came outside. But I would feel bad about saying that to you if I didn't add one other thing. And that is that there is no book you can buy, no video you can watch, no workshop you can attend, no seminar you can listen to. There is nothing that is going to make as big a difference to your photographic skill as will practice. That is the single most effective way to improve your photographic ability. And I know I sound like your mother, but she was right. A lot of people don't think of seeing as something you can practice, but seeing is a physical act, just as playing a musical instrument or playing a sport or drawing. And just like those things, you have to practice them to get better. Now, I'm not talking about photographic practice so that you can learn how your camera works. That's important, but that's easy. I'm talking actually about the act of seeing. People will pay lip service to that, but I don't think a lot of people really believe seeing as a physical thing that you can build up. And so I would like to ask you, have you ever been in a photographic rut? You know, where you feel like, oh, I've taken this shot before, or you feel like I keep framing all my shots the same way, I'm composing everything the same way. That is proof that through practice and over time, you can train your eye to see a particular way, to recognize particular patterns, to compose the world in a particular way. Now just imagine, what if you had spent enough time in your life that you had gotten into like 50 different miserable ruts? Think how great that would be, because then you would have this huge photographic vocabulary to build on. You can mix and match those different miserable ruts in lots of different ways to achieve something new. Now, I'm not a big believer in the 10,000 hours thing. I don't think just doing something a bunch necessarily makes you better. It has to be thoughtful practice. See, that guy's out practicing his motorcycle riding right now. He's doing pretty good. Anyway, it has to be thoughtful practice. You have to practice the areas that you need work in. You have to want to be doing it while you're practicing. You have to stay engaged, and you have to be thoughtful about it so that you take something away from the practice. Rote practice doesn't really get you very far. Getting back to the idea of wanting your money, Complete Digital Photography has always pushed the idea of practice, and I've always included exercises in the chapters, but with the 9th edition, we're taking it much, much farther. The chapters will still have exercises, but in addition to that, you're going to be able to download from the web exercise books for specific topics that will be discussed in different chapters. Not every chapter is going to have one, but we're going to have a lot of them. These are going to be ways that you can get practice. They're going to be guided practice. Some will be specific exercises, some will be suggestions for things to do. So we're really taking the practice thing to a different level. If you have felt in the past like, well, yeah, okay, I get it, I should practice, but what do? Do I just walk around and take pictures? Not necessarily. With some of the materials we're going to give you, you'll have a much easier way of having some guided practice and some focus, and you may find that some of those things lead to actual projects you want to continue, and that you leave the realm of practice and get into something bigger. So this is all that I'm allowed to be outside, so I got to go now, and you should be out practicing.